reason I'm asking, do you have kids in here?
In here?
In here.
Oh, no.
We ask if adults need help when you're in this area without kids. We try to make sure that adults have a reason to be in the children's department.
Welcome back to the last rant. I'm your host, Greenie, 30 years law enforcement experience. I've been a supervisor, detective, chief of police. I handled internal investigations for years. So I feel like I'm pretty versed in looking at police conduct, misconduct, and also assessing the behavior of complaining parties, people that complain about the police. In this case, it's an auditor. He went to the police station, made a complaint. We'll get to that at the end of the video. This video is kind of going to be divided into 3 parts. I may make a comment or two in between each part. It's a little bit long. I did cut it down quite a bit, but the beginning is the incident, kind of what happens. The middle part is when the police arrive, the interaction with the police officer. And at the end is the auditor going to the police station to make a complaint. And I feel that this part of it is kind of interesting, but just because we have rights and there's constitutionally protected activities doesn't mean that you're doing the right thing. Sometimes you can make somebody feel upset. And I know many auditors say, well, their feelings shouldn't have any impact on my First Amendment rights. Well, making yourself like really suspicious, like something that anybody with common sense would be uncomfortable with, then, you are putting yourself into a situation where you may be not protected by the Constitution. We're going to get into that. This is the interaction that started off that got the police called.
I can barely hear you.
I said, can I help you with something?
Oh, not at the moment, man. Maybe in a few moments.
The reason I'm asking, do you have kids in here?
In here?
In here.
Oh, no.
Because adults don't usually come in. They have kids if they come in. The adult department is upstairs.
Oh, so we were not permitted in here?
Right, if you don't have
Really?
kids, yeah.
Wow. When did they start that?
Yeah, like if you were getting games or something for a kid or something, but normally just to be in here, yeah, you'd have, because there's nothing in here but kid stuff. So.
Wow. I mean, but it's still like, just for someone to just come around and look around, why would they restrict the area? Like,
Only because it's...
Are you sure? I'm pretty... You might want to holler at is it a manager or something available? Just so we can make sure. Yeah, appreciate it.
If you have like kids, then you're in.
You're like the manager? Yeah, just because this young lady was telling me that adults are not permitted in this area unless they had kids. I was just trying to confirm that.
Well, it's not that adults aren't permitted in this area. It's we ask if adults need help when you're in this area without kids. We try to make sure that adults have a reason to be in the children's department.
Really? Mm-hmm. So, but do they need a reason? That's the main.
Well, why else are you in the library?
Well, anybody could. The library offer numerous of different things.
Sure.
So I was just trying to basically, like I said, confirm that if you don't have kids, are you not permitted in this area? That's why I asked to speak to you.
Yeah, we never said that. No.
But she said that.
We ask why adults would be in here without kids, and like they needed help find materials or something. If you need a place to sit, we prefer that you go into the adult section.
Also, it's more of a preference or a suggestion or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just something, I thought it was almost something written in stone.
Well, we just like to protect kids.
Well, how would they be unprotected?
We're open to the public. Anybody can come in here.
Exactly.
And so that's why we...
I understand, and that was my point in terms of that point right there you just made. Anybody can come in,
correct.
So that's why I knew it couldn't be restricted because it's accessible for the public, right?
Right, as long as you follow our guidelines. Yeah.
What guidelines would that be?
We have a code of conduct. I can...
Oh, but I can understand that. I know every library does, but the code of conduct has absolutely nothing to do with in terms of parents and kids area and restrictions, right? Am I correct?
I don't think it says it on there. I don't have it memorized, but I'd have to look at it.
Yeah, because like I said, maybe the young lady was misinformed. I just wanted to confirm with you. You're the highest authority here?
I am the manager of this department.
Oh, the department.
The director is downstairs, if you would like to speak with her.
No, you kind of confirmed it that we should be good to go in this area.
Okay.
So I don't see what's the problem.
And I was asking, did you need any help with anything?
Yeah, no. Yeah, when you asked me did I need help, I was like, I didn't need any, and then you started telling me.
Then I asked, like, yeah, do you have children?
That's correct.
Here?
Yeah.
And I said no. And you was like, because we usually want, people without kids not to be in this
Go
area.
to the adult section upstairs,
Yeah, but anybody should be able to assess the entire public library, right? Even if it's, if it's a kids area, just like, for instance, like the adult area upstairs, right? How would it sound if they say no kids up there? You know what I mean? That wouldn't sound right? You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, that's a little different.
Why is it
Love
different?
laughing at his
Either
own
way,
shit.
you have your answer.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh no, I was just trying to confirm. I just didn't want to, violate any type of laws if there was some in place, and obviously you confirmed that it isn't, right? So we should be good to go.
We don't really have a library law.
Well, that's policy then. I would have said that. So what's your name, ma'am?
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, your name.
I'm in charge of the Youth Services Department. My name is Jen.
Okay. Well, you seem everything. Is everything okay, Jen? It seemed like you was kind of getting, for lack of a better word.
You're saying recording me.
What's wrong with that?
Giving an answer to your question of why we don't have adults usually in the Children's Department. So
Right, but what's wrong with that?
your approach is confrontational to start. So
Really, my approach, and she engaged me. She engaged
is there
me.
anything else I can answer for you?
Not at the moment. You I thought everything was okay, but you turned out to be unprofessional, Jen. So you should get back to work.
Okay.
Are you? Excuse me. One of you young ladies a director?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are. I'm just going to speculate, but that's obviously I just had a dialogue with Jen about being in this area, and at first, the dialogue between me and her was going fairly good, but at the end, she turned kind of unprofessional, for lack of a better word, for something, for a mix-up that the other young lady told me that people wasn't permitted in that area unless you had kids, and I know that not to be true.
No, that's not a law. But generally, the children's area, we don't encourage people without children to be hanging out there, because it makes the parents a little uneasy to see other adults without children in their area where their kids are. So if there is an unattended adult, I guess we could call them, without kids, we'll go talk to them and ask them if they need any help, or if they were looking for something, and just generally let them know this is a designated children's area, and that there are other areas of the library if you just wanted a quiet place or you wanted to do some research.
Right.
It's not that you're not allowed in there, it's just encouraged that if you have children, this is your area. If you don't have children, it's preferable that you go to some other adult area.
And I can understand that point, but when I had first came across the first young lady, she told me as if like it was something written in stone, as if you guys had a policy. And I was like, well, if it's a policy, then I need to speak to someone of a higher authority just to confirm. And when Jen came out, she confirmed that you guys didn't have a policy.
No,
or maybe
that's
it's an
not-
implied policy. It
is
could be
kind of,
okay, implied.
I'm sorry that you didn't have a good experience.
Not too bad. I'm not done, so I'm just going to walk around and get more footage of the library. But it's just at the beginning, like I said, everything was okay. But near the end, she kind of seemed,
Okay. No, I'm sorry it was off-putting.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
okay.
you're welcome to explore. And any of the desk staff, if you have any questions, just go on up to them, and they'll be helpful.
It'll be all good. And what's your name, man?
My name is Carol.
See how you see that was very professional of you. When I asked Jen that, she was kind of she didn't want to give it, but she ended up doing it. But it's all good. I appreciate it. Appreciate the dialogue. Thanks a lot.
So the guy's kind of a little bitch. He's sort of a rat. He's got to go rat out Jen to the director. Oh, she did this. She was unprofessional. Who is he? You'll see. Everybody's unprofessional according to this guy. If somebody hurts his feelings, they're unprofessional. Like nobody else can have an opinion besides this guy. Filming in the children's area of the library. Me as somebody personally, aside from law enforcement who had, 2 kids and a stepdaughter, so 3 kids, raised 3 kids. I don't want some creepy ass man videotaping my kids in the children's section of the library. That could be very disturbing. Use some friggin' common sense, man. Just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean you should do it. Being in law enforcement for 30 years, I've seen lots of people come in, lots of pedophiles. There's tons of pedophiles out there, okay, dude? Don't bring that attention on yourself. If you're going to do your audit, keep it to adults, okay? And maybe keep it to government employees like the librarians, officers, not with an area where there's kids, okay? Leave the kids out of it, dude. Anybody would be concerned. Anybody with common sense would be concerned. Use some common sense, bro. All right, here comes the officer.
Was she a police? Was it the police?
Oh, we're betting, man.
Hello.
I don't know.
Yeah, obviously. So they called you guys for me. Just had a back and forth with a couple of supervisors about a situation.
Why are you recording?
Just because we can.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you?
No, I don't have ID. I don't just provide ID. Why would you need ID?
Because I made contact with you. I need to
We made
verify
contact
you.
with her too. You didn't ask
She
her.
works here, so.
Well, it doesn't matter. You made contact. I don't provide ID minus a crime. So she came right out the gate with ID. Why would she need ID?
Yeah, you could ask for ID. And if you didn't want to provide it, like you didn't need to. She didn't wrestle you down and take your ID. There's nothing wrong with asking for ID so you know who you're talking to. As a police officer, it's kind of your job to identify people. You never know who may be wanted, who may have a criminal history regarding children.
I committed a crime, so
Were you in the children's area recording children?
I was in the children's area recording.
Okay. Well, people don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah,
And you're unwanted here. So,
absolutely not.
do you guys want him here?
That'd be a decision of the director.
The director.
Yeah, maybe you want to speak to the director. She's right
I'll
there.
speak with the director, but if the director wants you gone, then you have to leave.
Why would I need to leave though?
Because they're asking you to leave, and they're going to criminally trespass you from this location. So if you
No,
come
ma'am.
back...
They can't
don't-
criminally trespass me minus a crime. I didn't do anything. You can
But
only.
they don't want you in their vicinity.
Yeah, but that's not their vicinity. It's the people's vicinity. First of all.
Okay. Well,
What's
if
your
the
name and
direct-
badge number,
If the
officer?
director doesn't want you here and they ask you to leave, why would you refuse to leave?
Because it's public property. Why would I have to leave? No one else has to leave.
But what is your purpose? Like, why are you here?
Well, it doesn't matter. This is
I
public
know, I'm
property.
just asking you though.
I mean, I don't
Like,
need
did
it.
you come here to read a book?
No, I just came
So
here
you just
to
came in
exercise
here to
rights.
record?
That's correct. What's wrong with that?
I didn't say there was a problem with
Well,
that, but I'm asking
you're
you a
raising it
question.
up as one.
But you just came in here to cause problems because now you just want to stand here and record and give us problems and the staff problems. For what?
Obviously, they gave me a problem by telling me I couldn't be somewhere I can be. That's a problem for me.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, where's the director?
She just spoke to the gentleman.
Exactly.
She was okay with him being here. And she just spoke to him and I witnessed that. She said that it was his first meeting.
So who called us?
I don't know, because this is my area. So
Okay.
I didn't call. She's
Maybe a parent who felt their kid was being videotaped by a creep called. That's possible.
the head of youth. She didn't call. I do not know who called.
That's crazy,
The
man.
director did already speak with him just to kind of diffuse it. And
That's what I was trying to tell her.
Okay, but I'm asking you your reasoning for just recording. Some people don't like to be recorded.
But is it against the law, officer? You swore an oath to the Constitution. That's the only thing you should be. That's the only thing you should be concerned with. Not
So I'm
anybody
asking
being
you a
comfortable.
question. I don't know why you're uncomfortable.
She could be concerned with a creep that's suspicious around children. Okay, that's part of her job is to protect children.
Answering the question.
What's the question?
I said, why are you in here recording?
And why do
What
I
was
need?
your purpose of
Do I need a reason to exercise a right?
your right to record?
That's correct.
I'm not telling you to stop recording.
I know.
I'm asking you why you're doing it.
And I understand your question about
So
why.
why are you doing it?
Because we can. There you go.
That's your reasoning?
That's right.
Would you feel comfortable you doing a day-to-day task and someone coming to record you?
Absolutely, especially if I'm a public official like you. You don't have a problem with the camera being on you, right?
No.
Exactly. So
People
why would
record me
I?
all the time, so
That's
we
exactly
have to
right.
record as well.
That's exactly right. What did they say on 911? It doesn't make
So
any
you don't
sense.
want to identify yourself?
No, I don't. I shouldn't have
The
to.
staff seems to be okay. We'll probably get called here again because people are uncomfortable with it. But if you would like to continue to stand here and record, by all means, I guess you could.
Well, but see, now you switching it, officers. Now, so now that you feel that
I
the
spoke with
personnel.
them and they're not making you leave.
Oh, okay. Well, they couldn't make me leave. No way. You couldn't either. So, I mean, respectfully, you couldn't or they couldn't either because it's
If they
public
don't
property.
want you here, then.
Yeah, but it's public property. It's not like something they own. It's not private property.
So what you would want? Okay.
Yeah, just making a point. And you didn't? What's your name and badge number, officer?
I have to give that.
You don't want to identify? Oh,
You
you're
can identify yourself.
you're a tyrant. She's a tyrant. Like I can tell y'all already know she's a straight up tyrant. She don't even want to identify. Definitely breaking up policy Oakland, Illinois policy for her to identify. And we're definitely gonna hike over to their police department and file a complaint on that, because she's definitely supposed to identify herself, especially if she made contact. She's a straight up tyrant, man. A straight up tyrant. And she's standing.
He loves running and complaining on people, you know, just friggin' make your video. You're making a video. You got to try to pull everybody down, get everybody in trouble. Like, go complain about the officer, complain about Jen, the librarian. I mean, he's just so sensitive.
Behind her patrol vehicle right here on her phone, man. She came in right away like she was she was King Tut.
So maybe this is the name of the channel right here. Tyrant Terminator Audit 3. Maybe that's the name. I'm not sure. But now he's at the police station to make a complaint on the officer. He wants to rat out the officer, get her in trouble.
I'm coming from across the street. I just had an encounter with 2 officers from this department. Okay.
Now wait till you see how the sergeant, the supervisor, handles this guy. I'll give you my opinion at the end.
How you doing, Sarge?
Good, how are you?
Man, pretty good. Just wanted to holler at you, man, briefly, to let you know what I just occurred over across the street, obviously, at the public library. So I was over there, talked to a couple of different personnel, the director and things of that nature. They had a problem at first with us being in the kids area of the library. But once I spoke to the director, she was like, no, it's all good. You're good to go. However, one of the other personnel there called you guys over there. When you guys came over there, I come encounter with 2 officers. Don't know their names. They wouldn't identify, only by number. I think that's pretty much like kind of definitely unprofessional.
No, it's our policy.
Oh, it's you guys' policy. So you guys don't have to identify.
That's my star.
I understand your star number, but so you're saying when you come encounter with a member of the public, you don't have to say your actual name?
No.
Really? And that's in policy? So is it an implied policy or written? Because I'm going to FOIA it real quick.
You can do whatever you want.
No, I'm just saying. Is it implied?
No, it's in our policy.
Oh, okay, so it's written then. Oh, okay. And another thing I want to confirm is this young lady at the front said you guys didn't have a complaint form at that desk. You would have to get me one. Okay, so can I have one then?
Yeah, sure. What's your complaint?
Well, my complaint is the officers basically trying to have intimidation tactics and not identifying right now. So I definitely want to complain about that.
So you were saying you were intimidated?
Yeah, she was trying to. It didn't work, but she was trying to. You know, telling me if they want you out of here, we're kicking you out. And that's kind of a scare tactic.
Well, no, I mean, if you're in there filming children, which would make, I think, any parent uncomfortable when a total stranger is in the children's area of a library filming children.
Okay.
I mean, that's disorderly conduct.
That's disorderly conduct.
Right, that's disorderly conduct. You're making people feel unreasonably safe, and they could ask you to leave. They did not. Okay, they didn't ask you to leave.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
But that is a legal right of theirs, especially if you are acting in a way that would alarm or disturb a reasonable person. And as a parent, if I had a total stranger videotaping my children, that would alarm and disturb me.
So let me ask you this: what if you had a total stranger not recording your children in that area? Because that's the case.
But that's not why we were called over there. We were called over there because we were told you were in the children's area recording children.
Oh, so if they said recording children, then that was a lie.
Okay, well, we don't know that, but that's the information my officer had when they went over there.
Even if that's the case, even if I was recording children, that's not illegal.
Well, I just explained to you how it could be. It could be disorderly conduct because you are acting in a manner that disturbs or alarms somebody. And again, if you're recording me, I'm not disturbed or alarmed. But a grown man recording somebody else's children, that is disturbing and alarming.
So, I mean, I can understand how you're trying to convert it, but
no, I'm not trying to convert anything.
Because the Supreme Court says
the statute for disorderly conduct is a person acts in a manner that disturbs or alarms somebody. And if you, a grown man, are recording other people's children,
that's correct,
in an area of the library that is specifically designated for children. A reasonable person would find that disturbing and alarming. So the Supreme Court has ruled that you can't convert a constitutionally protected activity into a crime. You can't say, even though you have the right to do it, we can still arrest you if they feel some type of way. That's not going to hold up. No, they have to. That's like the nature of a crime. You can go outside and you can scream at me from across the street telling me you're going to kick my ass. That's your free speech. But the minute you cross the street and stand in front of me and say you're going to kick my ass, that becomes assault because you place me reasonably in fear of receiving a battery. I just converted free speech into a crime. So I think you're misinterpreting that rule.
Oh, absolutely not. No, don't get me wrong. You can do whatever you want to do. No, don't get me wrong. Maybe I said it wrong. If you want to try to convert it into a crime, you can.
So you can
but it's not going to hold up, is what I'm saying. So I can be arrested. I can be arrested. I can be arrested for everything right now. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be convicted. I just told you.
So you were intimidated by a 5'2", 100-pound female. That's
armed, right? She's armed.
Okay, but again, so you were intimidated. You were intimidated by a 5'2", 100-pound female officer who never used profanity, who never raised her voice, who never put her hand on her gun, acted completely professional. You were intimidated.
Oh, how could you say she's professional? Sorry, you wasn't there.
I watched her body.
She wasn't professional. Coming right in, telling me that she's going to, if they want you to leave, we're going to get you out of here.
She was professional. She was giving you your options, and she spoke in a calm, professional voice.
Absolutely.
But again, I watched the video. So here's the deal. Okay. So just so we're clear, right? So on your camera and mine, you would like to file a complaint against the officer.
That's correct.
Who was 5'2", 100 pounds, never put her hand on her gun, talked to you in a professional.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with it, but the body cam will show in a professional manner. Explain to you the situation,
right?
And at the end of it, told you that you were free to record, you just couldn't record kids.
Well, when she told me that, did you see what I told her?
Yeah. So again, that's your complaint, right?
Yeah, that definitely so.
I'll be right back.
All right.
See, this guy's just pathetic. I can't believe you even put this video up. As we used to say when I was like, I don't know, a kid or in high school, like, oh man, you got burned. That sergeant burned his ass. He looked stupid, and he still put the video up. That sergeant was good. He really handled it well. If I was the lieutenant and my sergeant handled it in that manner, you know, he put it right out there. Now, the interaction between the female officer and the guy, it started a little bit, you know, she was a little bit aggressive, but you know what? That's her job. She's little, she's small in stature. She's got to purport herself to be in charge of the situation. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, she got down to the bottom of it. When you go to a scene, you got to go with what information you had. Now, she could have been a little bit more chill and got both sides of the story and maybe talked to the director and found out, oh, they don't want to sign a complaint, whatever. But like I said, there may have been a concerned citizen there that felt threatened by his actions in the children's section or felt threatened for their child. So you just never know. I mean, come on, if you guys are going to do this, I'm all for it, whatever. You know, there's good auditors, there's bad auditors, there's people that are obnoxious as hell, there's people that know exactly how to handle the situation and do it right. But stay away from kids, all right? If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Greeny out.